thanks for coming. My name is Chuck Laudner, and my wife and I, my wife Stephanie, are from just over in Rockford. And it's going to be kind of hard for me to introduce here today because I got so much I'd like to say about Congressman King. And I guess the first time we crossed paths was back in the mid-'90s when he was first elected down into the state senate. And there were just those certain moments that define people when they're engaged in all of this process. And a couple of them were this, that I remember being up in the gallery, a huge budget battle, landed in the state senate, and there was only one guy. Out of the whole 50, one guy voted no. They had a deal, they hammered it out, this was going to be a balanced budget. One guy said, no, it's not. No, it's not. He voted no, took the slings and arrows. Time told the truth, it wasn't balanced. Steve King. And later on, Governor Vilsack, Executive Order number 7. Number 7?
7.
Number 7. Rewriting the Iowa Code with executive order. Only one guy would stand up and challenge it. Took it all the way to the state Supreme Court. And short and sweet Supreme Court, King versus Vilsack, round 1, King won. The only one who would battle. And you fast forward to the first run in Congress. Steve, you can't win. Don't even try it. You're not going to win. Dogging him all the way through the primary process. Just get out. You can't win. The establishment had their chosen candidate. Well, I guess you know how that story ended. Standing here today, and several years later. That's the kind of warrior I look for in the candidates that I support. And Steve King is definitely that. And in his whole 10 years now out in Washington, D.C., I tell you, it's maybe I should tell this story, maybe it's best. We go for orientation, or as we call it, indoctrination. When he was first elected, right after the election, go out to D.C., it was a big class. And they gather you all in and tell you exactly how this is all going to work, and you pick out an office and show you where the light switches are at, and all that good stuff, and welcome to D.C. And there was another congressman that stood up. They had repetitive speeches to tell you how to basically fall in line. That's not how they posed it, but and this fella said, choose one issue, just one, and become an expert on that one thing. And in 8 or 10 years, you'll get a bill passed with your name on it, and that'll be your legacy. And then I was behind Steve, and I'm looking at Steve, and there's just no way. There's no way Steve King is going to settle on one thing. Because look at what we see right now in this election cycle is what's the one thing? It's the economy, it's jobs. But the economy is everything. The economy is how we educate our children. It's Social Security and the rest of the entitlements. It's border security. It's a war on terror. It's housing. It's taxes, spending, and certainly it's the size and scope of government. It's everything from the Postal Service going bankrupt to the war on terror. Everything in between is the economy. And we have to have people that are willing to fight on all these issues because everybody is interested in something between A to Z. And this is the one guy out there in Congress that's doing it. The one guy. And I'll tell you this. You can do any measure, any metrics on how's your congressman doing. And I'll tell you this, one measure. There's the one guy doing the most vocal